Both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Durant in at the three. Now here's Fournier following the shot by Kevin Durant. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Baseline J on the way. Gordon with another miss. And here's Curry. Thompson with the bucket.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Now here's Gordon. That's tipped. Here's the triple. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Curry can't get it to go. Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Fournier against Green. Passes it to Ross. To the inside. Augustine. It's rebounded by Curry.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Cousins inside, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, as dominant as DeMarcus Cousins is, he has a tendency to get in his own way and take himself out of games.
Well, we talk so often about other players in the league taking the offseason to improve some of their weaknesses within their game. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins in the last 3 years has matured immensely and has been much more in control of his emotions and his approach and maybe finding a new home. There have been some strides in DeMarcus Cousins and his demeanor that I think he should be very proud of. Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. Hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his all-star form.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
Pass to Augustine. He kicks it to Vucevic. Here's Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Chalk up 2 there. Durant's got his first basket of the night.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
Curry against Augustine. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Vucevic. And just miss after miss right now. The pass to Thompson. It's stolen by Vucevic. It's Fournier on the wing. Augustine up top, guarded by Curry. Augustine against Curry. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Clock is at 3. Over Thompson. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Another miss by Orlando.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Thompson outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
The Magic trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
By Gordon, wide open. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
Thompson finds Curry. And here is Durant, guarded by Augustine. And it goes down 2 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Vucevic. Looking to end the run. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall. Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. The free throw drops for Vucevic. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
Now here's Simmons. On target from 13 feet. Simmons got his first 2 points of the night. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They lead by 7. And Bell kicks to Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Simmons. Makes it off the glass.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Now here's Curry. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Simmons dishes to Grant. Passes it to Isaac. Back to Grant. 5 on the clock. From deep. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Iguodala outside. To the wing right side. Here's McCall. Guarded by Simmons. Count that bucket. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead. The Magic shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Iguodala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Curry can't get it to go.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Grant kicks to Simmons. Here's Gordon. Knocks down the step-back J. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Curry against Grant. 6 to shoot. Outside Curry. Misses the jumper. And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins.
Being a player that thought he knew it all.
You know, Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Bell is out there with Iguodala. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And there's Livingston. And it's McCall in at the 2 spot. Livingston, no luck.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Ranked first in assists for 4 consecutive seasons, Brent. Are these Warriors the best passing team in NBA history?
Well, by the numbers, you would say yes. Assist rates that exceed even the Showtime Lakers back in the early and mid-'80s. Also, this team has been first in offensive efficiency for 3 straight years. I mean, it's been remarkable. So not only the best passing team, but maybe the best offense of all time.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, 6'7", Sean Livingston still can get up there and rock the rim.
The 1-2 kicks to Simmons. Over Thompson. That one a little long. Warriors leading by 7. Down low. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Simmons. Grant Durant outside. Over Green. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Durant for three. That one doesn't drop. And Orlando will come the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's a Wondu. He's covered by Iguodala. A Wondu passes to Grant. Over Thompson. It's rebounded by Livingston. Warriors leading by 7. Let's go. The shot by Thompson, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Grant the pass to Birch. Here's a Wondu, guarded by Green. A Wondu kicks to Bamba. Here's Grant. Orlando gets it back.
You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And the jump by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority. And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helped him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson misses.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
And he gets it to go. Livingston's got 6.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Cross in the corner. From deep. No good on that one. And Golden State will come the other way. Durant, no good. The Magic trailed by 6. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Green kicks to Livingston. Durant for 3. Ross grabs the board. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now here's Isaac. Defense is right there. Warriors leading by 4. For 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
Fournier with the ball, guarded now by Durant. Durant against Fournier. Over Green. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Warriors shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Augustine looking around. Kicks to Fournier. Now here's Isaac, guarded by Kerr. The Warriors shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's Livingston, guarded by Augustine. Livingston finds Curry. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Augustine dishes to Ross. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The feed to Vucevic. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. Vucevic has got 9 points.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
And we finished one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Well, for the Warriors, Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Augustine in at the point guard. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not out of style.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
It's Durant on the wing. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Pass to Bamba. Ross against Durant. From deep 3-point range. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Ross. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Green taking his time here. Durant, the pass to Cousins. Curry with it. Bamba picks him up for 3. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Cousins, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. And the Warriors lead by 10.
He ends up having the ball, Cousins does, late in the shot clock quite often, so no stranger to making plays while it's winding down.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. In recent seasons, Draymond Green's three-point percentage has tailed off a bit. Brent, is that a cause for concern?
It'd be a cause for concern if the three other guys around him weren't burying threes the way that they do. So, not too much. Draymond Green does so much more on the floor that making threes are pretty much a cherry on top of all the defensive things that he does to disrupt, all the playmaking things he does to get guys involved. So he's a very unique player.
Making some changes. Owundu's checked in, and Simmons subbed in for Fournier. And then for Golden State, Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Klay Thompson. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Owundu, defended by Bell. Simmons finds Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper. Grant's got 5 now. Warriors leading by 7. The pass to Bell. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Golden State moving it around. His first shot coming late. Here's Cousins. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Pass to Owundu. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
Orlando shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league. Sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job.
Right.
Because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you. Now here's Iguodala. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to McCaw. Back to Iguodala. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry's shot is good.
I mean, it's no way. I mean, there's just a sliver of daylight, and there's 3 more.
Grant kicks to Owundu. Pass to Gordon. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Iguodala. Cousins has got 10 points.
Well, there's a lot of moves that Cousins can go with on the inside. If he doesn't back you down, he's got a fadeaway and a step back. Tough to guard on the interior.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. From deep three-point range, Curry can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 12. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Gordon outside, and he's good on the three ball. 9 points in the game so far.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Here's McCall. Broke loose. And now Orlando on the break. Grant leading the charge. The pass to Birch. Here's McCall. Pass to Curry. They double-team Curry. And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Vucevic comes in for Cam Birch. And it's Jonathan Isaac in for Jaren Grant. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green. He's checked in for Bell. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for McCall. Green inside the three-point line, and he makes good on his first shot of the game. And the Warriors lead by 11. Wandu passes to Gordon. Inside. Here's Simmons. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, don't let the small size fool you. Curry does not fear getting inside and getting knocked around.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And the first one drops.
One thing that's quietly understated about Steph Curry is that competitive fire to keep pushing the envelope. Even though he's set these high marks and these high bars, he wants to see if he can eclipse some of the marks that he set in the early part of his career.
And both free throws good for Curry. Here are the Magic now. It's a 13-point game. Augustine against Curry. Now here is Augustine. Guarded closer. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. The Magic again can't hit. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors ahead. They finish off the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Durant and Green are the forwards. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot manning the middle. High arcing shot. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Green kicks to Thompson. The putback, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Durant against Augustine. Passes to Isaac, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Lobbed up there for Durant, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Now here's Cousins. From deep, Green. And the Warriors miss again. The Magic trailed by 9. Augustine with it. Fournier in the corner. Clock at 4. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
One shot.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Curry kicks to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Cousins finds Curry, and that one drops for him. And the Warriors lead by 8. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Curry. Vucevic against Green, and Augustine kicks to Ross. Pass to Fournier. Here's Augustine, guarded by Green. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Warriors making a change here. Cook's checked in. Warriors leading by 8. Thompson surveying the floor. He feeds it to Durant. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now Augustine. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. 5 on the clock. Puts it 5. No good off the back of the rim. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Durant trying to break free, and Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
That's just called working within the offense, as Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision and then sees the open man.
Now here's Fournier. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Another miss by Orlando. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Over in the corner, Cousins. Fournier against Thompson. Shoots over Fournier. Again, Golden State.
Well, whether it's from the three-point line or the top of the key, it's repeatable from Klay Thompson. Beautiful jumper.
It's Fournier on the wing. He kicks to Bamba. Back to Fournier. There's the pass to Ross. They could use a bucket, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Durant. 18 feet out. Orlando grabs the miss.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Augustine against Green. They get a hand on it. The Warriors pull it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Fournier. No good that time. Nice D from Cousins. And Thompson kicks to Cook. Durant dishes to Green. Passes it to Cousins. Shoots over Bamba. And that one's good. Cousins.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, fellas, I know you're tired, but you can't coast now. You've got to go harder. This game is in sight. You got to power through and get it. Words from a champion. Back to you.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. No good on the free throw.
I remember when Cousins came into the NBA, I had a chance to watch him at his very first Summer League game, and I thought he'd be a problem then. Well, he's still a problem now. I mean, he can do so many things out there.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 11. Kicks it out to Gordon. He dishes it to Augustine. Over Thompson. That one wide left. Warriors leading by 11. Releases. It's hauled in by Gordon. Augustine against Durant. Ross in the corner. Bamba passes to Gordon. Stolen by Thompson. Iguodala outside. 1:15 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Green. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, I think in his mind he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the official. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
And Green, no good on that one. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Now Iguodala following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep. 4 on the shot clock over Augustine. And it's Iguodala missing. And it's Orlando's ball. It's a 13-point game. Ross for 3. Rebound by Iguodala. And it's the Warriors with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You could see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
Now here's Bamba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. That one misses. Now here's Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,